Usually, this time of the year, we send our life plan workbook to our members. And of course, all new members who join also get this life plan workbook. What this book does, it is helps us to plan for the upcoming year. And where we are right now in the world, the time that we live in, we might feel as if it's impossible to plan because we just have no idea what's going to happen tomorrow. However, it's important to still plan. I've got Sarah and Sonia with me today, two of our Mind Tools coaches, and we're just going to have a quick chat about why the Life Plan Workbook is so special, so important, and so useful. Sarah, what when you paged through the workbook, what stood out to you?
Well, I love the fact that the workbook, what it does is it takes us through different sections, which I think will appeal to different people in different ways. So if you're a detailed person and you really like to get down to the nitty-gritty of things, you'll be able to find plenty there to be able to work your way through. You can work from the start to the finish all the way through in order. If you don't like that, which is my style, I like to dip in, dip out. And so what I love is that you could go straight to the dream section, for instance, and you could look at the big picture, think about all your dreams, and then work through how do you change those dreams, turn those dreams into reality. Um, so I think we'll all take different things from the workbook. There's so much in there that's motivational, and I think that's the important thing, because when we do our life plan, we need to keep it motivating.
That's very true. Sonia, I'd like to hear from you as well.
Yes, well, for many years, I've been an advocate of using, self-assessment tools to help you understand where you are, where you need to grow, and where you can go. So after the assessment, you can determine the areas, that are manageable within your reach. Because how can you sell yourself if you don't know yourself? So I think that, well, I feel that the Mind Tools life plan workbook is important because regardless of where you are, it can give you some structure when planning ahead because having a destination gives you direction and purpose. You can use this life plan as your roadmap, to getting back on track. As Sarah was saying, you can pick it up at anywhere along the line. You can get back on track, or you can use it to help reassure that you're moving toward your goal.
Absolutely, I can't agree with you more. And something that I love about the workbook is where it starts, that it says, let's start where you are. And it doesn't just focus on, I almost want to call it the airy fairy goals, but it talks about practical things like our finances, the things that we really need to be planning well. And what if now at the end of an old year and the beginning of a new year, you are without a job? How do you plan? And I love the fact that our workbook makes provision for different scenarios and helping us plan from where we are,
Yes.
wherever that is.
Yeah, that's so important, actually, isn't it? And that ties in exactly to what I was saying, that you can start where you are. So if you're already at the dream big stage, you can go straight there.
Yes,
If you really need to look up, take stock, it's been a difficult year, what do I want to really focus on this next year? You can start with that level of detail and work through. That's great. I
yeah.
can't wait to do it myself.
When is
Yes.
that going to happen?
Yes, I
You
look
can just
forward to going through this workbook myself. I wanted to do it earlier this year for the 2022 one, but
yeah.
one thing that I recently said to myself was doing more things intentionally. I mean, it's one thing to do things just because you can or just because someone
Yeah.
else is doing it, but I want to be a little bit more intentional with things that I do moving forward. I don't want to just say for 2023, moving forward.
I love that, because sometimes we do things like completing the life plan workbook because everybody says it's a good idea, not because it's truly my intention to get from it what I can for me. Oh, that's such a great thought, Sonia. Thank you for sharing that. We hope you go ahead and use this workbook to make your 2023 as great and successful and fulfilled as you want it to be, because each of us have our own 2023, and we have to make the absolute best of our year.